my channel. Today I am doing something that has been really requested for a really long time now, and I'm just now getting around to it now that I've been married for almost a year, and that is my wedding makeup. Usually for some big event I would have written down exactly what I used to a T, and I don't have anything like that. I don't think I wrote down my wedding makeup. So I remember mostly what I used. There are a few things that I don't remember exactly, like what face primer I used, but really that's irrelevant. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. You guys know that I always start off with my eyebrows, so my wedding day was no different. And I used the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I have like a zit in my eyebrow, and it hurts so bad. I always just blend them out a little bit. And then I would have set them with my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then I would have moved on to my eyes. At the time, I think I was using this like exact same tube of Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, because this stuff, seriously, one tube lasts an eternity. And then I would have set my eyeshadow primer with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So the main eyeshadow palette that I used on my wedding day was the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. With the exception of the all over lid shade. For that I used a different glitter from Tarte, which you guys will see in a minute. So I'm gonna start with a big fluffy crease brush, and I'm starting with the shade Orange Soda mixed with Burnt Orange. And I'm just using that as a transition shade. Just trying to get the perfect eye shape, because my eyes are very different on each side. So I'm just building up that color till I like the shape. Then I took the shade Sienna on like a MAC 217 brush and just put that a little bit more defined in the crease. This eye makeup look is really good for hooded eyes, because it kind of opens up your eye and helps you to still be able to wear eyeshadow. Okay, and so once that is nice and blended, and I took a pencil brush and the shade Mulberry. I love this color, just like such a deep red. My wedding was in the fall, which it's kind of appropriate that I'm doing this now, kind of heading into fall. So for all of you fall brides, maybe you can wear something similar. So I took the pencil brush and I just kind of drew a V. That way I got a more defined shape. And for my hooded eye, I took it up a little bit above my crease, because then you kind of really get to see the eyeshadow when my eyes are open. And then I'm going back to that 217 brush that I used, and I'm going in with the Orange Soda shade, and I'm just gonna blend out the edges. And I kind of go back and forth with the pencil brush just so that I don't lose the depth of that Mulberry shade. Now for the bang. For the glitter, it's the Tarte Chrome Paint in the shade Top Yacht. It's like a pressed pigment. And I applied this with my finger because that's how I got the most pigment and I was able to have the most control. And then I just go back and touch up that color that I placed in the crease already to get rid of the glitter where I don't want it. And I'm using that pencil brush to just kind of blend the line between the glitter and that outer V shade. What I liked about this glitter is that it kind of automatically gave me an inner corner highlight. I don't don't remember what liner I used on my wedding day. Right now I'm using the Fenty Fly liner. I do know that I did a wing, so. Or when you're putting liner on over a glitter, you may have to layer your liner a little bit and put on a couple of coats just to kind of top that liner because it's a little bit hard to get over the glitter. Now I'm pretty sure these are the lashes I wore on my wedding. I don't remember, but we're gonna wear these ones today. These are the Kiss Look So Natural Effects. That's what they look like. Now, you guys should know by now that my favorite lash adhesive is the Sephora Brush Tip Lash Adhesive. Sephora sells this magical contraption that like squeezes your lashes together. I'm gonna wait to top those with mascara until the very end after I do my setting spray. Face primer, like I said, I don't remember what I used, but I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Smoothing Face Primer. And also I'm gonna do my lower lash line later after I get my face makeup on. This is a really great face primer for a wedding because it just smooths everything out. You don't have any pores, keeps your makeup on forever. It looks great in photos. The foundation that I wore on my wedding day is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation, and I loved it. It lasts so well on the skin. It's really hydrating, so it was really good for my dry skin. Didn't feel too drying. It didn't cling to my like dry spots, but it was still matte enough that it looked good in photos and it didn't come off throughout the day. Like, it lasted so well. My skin was really horrible around the time of my wedding, so I will give you guys one guess about what face concealer I used. The Bare Minerals Bare Pro Concealer. And for some reason around my wedding, my cheeks were the area that I had the worst acne. I think I've told this story before, but I had a really horrible dermatologist experience who was basically putting, his solution for everything was just put me on Accutane when this other antibiotic was working, and then he took, from another dermatologist, and then he took me off of it. I will warn you that my skin right now, I got a sunburn about a week ago. Anyways, so my skin is pretty dry right now because I got sunburned. It was an accident. I wore sunscreen. Don't shoot me. And I believe the concealer that I used on the day of my wedding was the Tarte Shape Tape, but I don't have that right now, so I'm just gonna use my Fenty Beauty Concealer. Okay, so now going back to my Laura Mercier concealer, I only set in the center of my face. The contour that I used was the Anastasia Tawny bronzer, which I've still been using a ton. My skin is really struggling right now with makeup and my sunburn, so I'm really sorry if that comes across on camera. Before I go any farther on my skin with the contouring and stuff, I just remembered I want to do my under eyes. So I'm going to go in with the color Sienna and the 217 brush and just run that under my eye. And then sometimes I'll go in with a lighter color just to kind of blend it out. I'm gonna take a pencil brush and the Top Yacht shade again and just touch up my inner corner. I just had to freak out for a second thinking that I wasn't recording, but all is well. I topped off my contour with my Milani Baked Bronzer. Just a touch, just to warm up my face a little bit. And the blush that I used on my wedding day was the Benefit Gold Rush blush, and I loved that blush, but I used it up. So today we're gonna use MAC Warm Soul, which is kind of similar. and the highlight that I used on my wedding that I'm still going strong with, the Makeup Forever Profusion Highlight in the shade 02. And I went ham with my highlight on my wedding day. I know some people like to go a little bit lighter handed with their highlight on their wedding day, but frankly, it just wouldn't be me if I went light-handed with my highlight. Ta-da, skin is finished. So now that we're at this point, I use the Cover FX Dewy Setting Spray on my wedding day. I'm not using that currently. I'm using the Anastasia Dewy Setting Spray, so we're gonna use that. One thing I forgot to do is draw my beauty spots that I have. My little moles. So last thing, the lip color that I used, I believe I wore the Kat Von D the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Lovecraft, which is just slightly lighter than Lolita, but I decluttered that. If you guys have seen my lipstick declutter video, I got rid of Lovecraft. So I'm gonna use Lolita today. But first, I'm gonna put on my mascara on my top lashes and my bottom lashes. Something to note about the Kat Von D lipsticks is that once they dry completely, they are transfer proof. So it's really good for weddings when you're hopefully kissing your spouse a lot. But if it were me, I would top it with a lip gloss. So I'm going to use today the Becca and Chrissy Teigan Glow Gloss in the shade Malibu Soleil. And that is it for my wedding makeup tutorial. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope some of you are going to try it. Let me know if you decide to take any part of this makeup look and try it for yourself, even if you're not getting married. But if you're getting married, that's really cool. So congratulations for any of you who are engaged. It's the best time. So try to enjoy it. Don't get too stressed out about the little things. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!